bring Frog Dog into the live too at some point. Is it live now?
You're live now, yeah.
Okay. What is up, everybody? Maritime Hip-HOP, episode number 3 of season 2. We just keep coming at you with the hits, you know what I'm saying? Back to back to back. So this week, my brother Frog Dog was busy on some business shit. So I had to bring in the special guest host, the co-host, Echo Advocate. We got him in the motherfucking room with me.
How's it going, everybody?
Was crack, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is Maritime Hip-HOP Podcast, episode number 3. We're just waiting for a few people to jump up in here. I can see we got some cats already jumping up in here.
Yeah, we got Chris Simpson up in here. We got Frog Dog himself is watching.
Oh shit! All right, we may have to try and bring Frog Dog into the live, because I feel like if he's able to, that would be lit.
Feels kind of naked without him.
Yeah, for sure. I really want to know what Frog Dog's been up to. And I don't know how much he can say, but, you know, I know he's behind the scenes doing some major moving, and we give great props for that shit. So yeah, let's try and bring Son into live. I'm just waiting for Bowen to jump in the live as well, and then we'll have a great interview with fucking Bowen VOK. All the way from Nova Scotia. Right now, I want to talk to Frog. Let's see if Frog will jump in there and say what up to the people. I mean, you know, it ain't the Maritime Hip-Hop Podcast, really, unless I hear from Frog.
So, hey, what's up?
What's really cracking, brother? What's good?
Not a whole lot, man. You just got out of that meeting and stuff. I can't really talk about it.
No. Don't really give the people that much, but let's just say that you're behind the scenes making moves for
oh yeah, big moves too.
You posted that you wanted people to send in their press kits.
Yeah.
We saw that. So yeah, what's the email address they can send it to?
Maritime HIP-HOP at hotmail.com.
Okay. So that's lit. All the people know where to send their press kits, you know, because I know we got a lot of rappers that watch the podcast, and
yeah,
I fuck with
like it doesn't
a long way.
like. Even if there's a non like a hip hop dude that plays music too, they can get into it too.
Of course. Just like any genre, you know. We fuck with musicians, we fuck with the creators over here at the Maritime Hip-HOP Podcast, heavily. So we're here for y'all. Actually, keep sending us your music, because we haven't played many music in a while, but we're going to get back to playing music, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, how's everything going?
It's going pretty good, man, besides all the moving and stuff, man.
Yeah. Did you get all moved in yet, or what?
Well, for one spot, but I'm moving again next week.
Yeah. Okay.
But I should be back here next week sometime. You guys get a lot of static on your side?
My phone's a piece of shit, so you probably is. How does it sound on your side?
On my side, a lot of static, but it's only when I'm talking.
Okay. Well, you sound good on my shit. But yeah, my phone is dirt. If anyone out there has a better phone they can donate to your boy, holler at me. Yo, did you just fart?
No, I rolled up my room to play again.
Oh, okay, did you win?
I don't have a chance to play again, yeah.
Yeah, we got Echo Advocate in the house right now.
What up, everybody?
So what's Echo been up to since the 10-shot challenge?
Echo has been still trying to recover from the 10-shot challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting too, because this is the first time that we've got you both on the live after that, and you're both sober. So that's, you know, looking back, what would you say about the 10-shot challenge?
Better booze next time.
It was a different experience.
It was fun.
I like to be more prepared for it next time.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, man. If people don't know about what we're talking about, the 10-shot challenge is a little contest / game show that we did with Froggy versus Echo. They went way into overtime, but I won't give away the ending. You have to go check that out. Go like the 10-shot challenge on Facebook, and you can see the video. We went extra hard for that shit.
Yeah, man.
I can't even believe that what happened.
Yeah. Ending was epic.
To be honest, I was actually scared for Echo's life.
Yeah, Echo doesn't.
Yeah.
And you know, we calculated the alcohol content for an estimate of what you weighed, because we didn't really know. And you know, it looked pretty sketchy on our end, so but everybody survived, and it was a really funny ass video. So everybody go fucking check that shit out. So what have you been doing, Echo Advocate?
I have been working on a mixtape. I restarted my Nerd Boy mixtape, which I'm going to be dropping here in a couple weeks.
Okay.
And I've been working on my very first album.
Okay. Are you gonna be able to stream the mixtape? Like, are you gonna put that out on all the platforms?
That's gonna be out on DatPiff for sure.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna rock DatPiff exclusively then?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna rock DatPiff, because once I put out this mixtape, I'm gonna put all my mixtapes out there. I calculated how many songs I had and how many mixtapes I should have had, and the Nerd Boy mixtape will be my final mixtape. It'll be 8 altogether that I've.
Wait a minute, hold up. 8 mixtapes.
Yeah, not including the Drive You Nuts.
Not including the group joint?
Not including the group joint.
Yo, you gotta explain this one to me, because I feel like I wasn't there for 90% of that.
You weren't?
Okay, break it down.
I've been compiling songs for 15 years. So, and I never really released. The only mixtape I officially released, and I actually didn't even release it, was the Back to Business mixtape.
Really?
So I just took all my songs and I started putting them in mixtapes where I wanted to actually put them over the years, and I wound up with 8 different mixtapes.
Now, have these been released? Like,
the songs have been released, yeah.
But not in mixtape form.
Not in mixtape form, no.
Okay, so like there's a reason I'm not aware of this.
Yeah, because I've been slacking on putting stuff together, and really the only 2 projects I ever released in the whole 15 years that I've been working in the music industry was the Drive You Nuts mixtape and the Matthew David EP. And the Matthew David EP, we're not including the Matthew David EP either. So really the only thing I've ever released is the Drive You Nuts mixtape officially.
Yeah, man. I wonder if the Drive You Nuts mixtape is still at like any of the stores we put it in.
Oh no, I checked. I checked everything.
But yeah, man. Thanks for coming on the Maritime HIP-HOP podcast and rocking out with us. You know the vibes. So yeah, you're just you're on your business tip right now.
Yeah, man.
how's it feel to be doing the behind the scenes stuff?
Pretty good actually, man. I'm learning a lot, man, about promoting and being a manager and stuff.
Okay,
But
that's man. I really like that perspective because not a lot of people see the glory in it. You know what I mean? They don't see the payoff in being the behind the scenes dude. That's making moves happen and possible for these people. Uh, Everyone wants to be the rapper.
No one wants to put in the work.
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So I love hearing that you get so much out of doing the behind the scenes stuff.
yeah.
Um,
It took me a while to get it going, man. But having this contact, man, is gonna be really good for everybody across the map. Really.
Word, and like, you know, you're just gonna make more contacts as you go. You know what I mean? Like, just pulling up at shows and like mingling and like letting people know what it is you do. It's
Yeah,
gonna
for
be
sure,
like
man.
you know, people are gonna be onto you. Too.
The next Paul
Without,
Rosenberg.
yeah,
I'm saying
with,
the East Coast, the monkey
without
Paul
giving
Rosenberg.
anything, the money that I'm making from this project, man, do shows once down here and wherever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna lead to bigger things.
And that's exactly what, I'm not going to say just the city, but I mean, if
the world.
collectively as a group,
The Maritime provinces.
yeah, collectively, like this is something that could benefit everyone because, you know, we each have our own little cliques that we go to. Well, most of us have our own little cliques that we go to at the end of the day, but especially those rappers who don't really have a place to go to and you're still willing to help them out, that's gonna make them branch off and network with other rappers, and that's
Yeah,
truly
for
what,
sure, man.
you know, hip-hop should be. It shouldn't be I'll only rap with these people. It should be I'll rap with anyone who wants to throw something my way.
Yeah, charge for that shit, though.
Well, I mean, I understand.
That's controversial.
Yeah, that's a controversy. See, my stance on that,
Hey,
my stance on rappers are charging people for features. I've never been, and I never will agree with that to a point. For
yeah,
the most part, there's not a single rapper in this city who, not just the city, there's not a single rapper in the Maritimes who is established enough to say, I'm going to charge you X amount of money. That's an insane deal.
Let's not go
yeah.
crazy. There's a lot of
Hey.
talent in the Maritimes
I'm not
should be charging for verses.
I'm not knocking anyone's talent, but at the same time, if these people like,
Man.
if there's a rapper, in my opinion, if there's a rapper who is good enough to start charging somebody for verses, and there are, 100%.
Well, what do you value yourself as? You know what I mean? You got kids. You're spending all your money into making music and just taking away out of your kids' mouth.
No, exactly. Like for myself, I can't justify giving somebody $100 or $200 for a verse.
Yeah. You don't have to do that much, though, man.
Exactly. I can't justify giving somebody $200 for a verse because if I'm going to spend $200 on a verse to have somebody come into my verse, but at the same time, it's not guaranteed that that person's going to represent that song, right? So
yeah,
if I'm going to spend money, if I'm going to give,
like
okay, I'm going to use an example. If I'm giving MDB $200 to rap a 16-bar verse, then he should promote the song just as hard as I do. And there's a lot of people that will say, I'm charging you for a verse, and then you pay them, but they never promote.
Yeah,
right?
I understand what you're saying there.
Yeah, and the only reason why I stand on that stance is because that's happened to me quite a few times. One time in particular, I sent a guy a song. He charged me $250 for a verse, and he didn't give me the verse that I was expecting, and he never promoted it. And it was a solid track, but he was an established artist who I felt deserved the $250. And when it came down to the day, I'd pay $250 for a shitty ass 16 bar verse from him, and it never got anywhere because it was only promoted on,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
that.
But it was a good verse.
The thing with the project I'm working on, you're going to have to start charging people, man. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, I'm going to have people going away for a 3-month tour or something like that. You got to figure out your value and stuff, man. You're not going to make any money.
See,
No, that makes sense. I'm into putting value on the art because I feel like in today's streaming climate right now, we don't really put value on the music. So I'm down for that.
It's a business, man. If you're not making any business, you're not making any money.
There's levels to the shit.
Yeah, there is levels, man. And you guys are on level 0 right now.
Should have to pay me. You know what I mean? I just feel that way. For me to do a verse for a guy who's been rapping 2 years that I don't know, you're gonna have to pay me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? For me. But someone who's been my friend and I know has been rapping and putting their heart into the game for years, I'm gonna fuck with you. I'm more inclined to give him the verse. You know what I mean?
Between you guys, you know what I mean?
But I agree with MDB on that part. You know, like since I left and started coming back, there's been quite a few hip hop artists in the city that have popped up, and you know, I haven't had the chance to meet them personally, and I would love to meet them. But at the same time, you know, it's how long have you been rapping versus how long have I been rapping? If you're coming to me, then I'm going to represent the song. Like, I know I'm worth a certain amount of money on a track. Would I charge you for the first feature? Probably not. Knowing that if there's a second feature down the road, I may charge depending on what it is. But at the same time, I'm not gonna be the one who's like, I'm gonna charge you a shit ton of money because I've been in the game for as long as I have. It'll be, you know, if I'm doing this song, then let's work out a deal where if I'm charging you $50 for you to record on my song, or I'm charging you $50 to record on your song, and I'm gonna promote the fuck out of that song, then by all means, the next time I record my track and I want you on a feature, if the song goes well, then I might throw you a couple bones, or I might throw you onto my mixtape, or I might throw you on an up and coming project that's, you know, half decent. Because at that point, if I charge somebody money and I promote the song just as hard as they do, but they're promoting harder than I am, well, I feel like I have to do something in return because that's their song that they put all their stuff into, and I just put a verse on. Right. You know, that's their song. They're the ones that are going to promote that song harder than anyone. So if I ask them to be on a song and I'm the one promoting that song harder than anyone, they deserve credit too. You know, regardless of how long they've been in it, they deserve some. If they're me, then I should be willing to pay them. But I'm not gonna tell somebody that, yeah, I've been rapping for 15 years. You need to pay me.
I want $20 for every year I've been rapping.
Yeah, like.
Oh, that'd be hard. I fucks with that.
But how many rappers in this city, in this province, in the Maritimes, on this side of Canada, how many rappers have the money to go out and say, yeah, I'm going to spend $200-300 on a feature? Not too many.
We are a class.
I'll tell you why, man. I'll tell you why. There's none, because you guys don't invest in yourselves, man. You put all your money into buying beat makers and buying beats and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And you don't flip it back, man. You just make some buck off your mixtapes. You know what I mean? You don't get paid for shows. You don't get paid for nothing, man. How do you expect?
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Frog. I know that not getting for money for shows, that's going to change real soon for me, because I'm sick and tired of having to go out and perform for nothing. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'm at a point where I'm like, no, I've done 1,000 shows. I'm cool on just doing shows for the sake of doing shows, unless there's a little bread in it, you know? Because
Yeah, I
I
hear
can't
you.
pay, with, respect. I can't. I tried. I tried to buy groceries with respect. It didn't happen.
The cops got
Exactly.
called.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So,
You can't feed your kids. You can't feed your kids with respect. Like we talked about a bit like this last week with Dread, Steve Dread. You know what I mean?
shout out to Steve Dread, man. He had one of our best viewed episodes. So shout out to him and all his fans, man. We really love y'all for rocking with the Maritime HIP-HOP podcast.
Yeah.
And yeah, man.
Have you heard from our guest this week?
What?
Have you heard from our guest this week?
No, not yet. He hasn't popped off. Just Trip.
Trip's on
Yeah.
live. What up to my dog Trip? You know what I'm saying? So tomorrow night we got a big show at the Hub, 800 Main Street, Moncton, New Brunswick.
Yeah.
Prada West will be in the building. Where it's at, entertainment. You know.
Who's all opening?
Well, I'm definitely gonna be opening. I know that Trip will be in the building. I know that Fat Stacks will also be in the building. I'm not exactly sure who else is rocking, but I know those people will be there.
I think Flicks is too.
Yeah, man. I hope to see Flicks real soon. I love that brother. He's a good dude. Really great rapper. I miss singing along to all of his fucking dope trap songs, you heard? Cause I do. I'll be singing along at the shows. I'll be in the crowd wiling out like, "Got your bitch riding shotgun and you ain't even know it." I'll be going hard on that shit. So, yeah, man.
Yeah.
We need shows.
My contact about this big project is going to be there too.
Oh, word? She coming
Word.
to the show?
Scout.
Yeah.
What time does the show start?
I'm not exactly sure. I think it starts at 10. Hit me up for tickets. Inbox me. I got your tickets. Because I'm pretty sure they're gonna be charging more at the door than I'm gonna charge you. So hit me up and get your tickets for Prada West. He's a dope MC from out west. I believe he's a member of the Stomp Down Killers. In that family, in those circles. So yeah, man, pull up. It's gonna be awesome. The best Monday night you ever fucking had in your life. So yeah, man, even you should come.
I can't.
Oh man.
I gotta do that fucking work shit.
Word.
Yeah, me too.
Unfortunately, my job starts at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I hear you.
Damn. Yeah, no, that's rough. But yeah, you're not gonna be there either, eh?
No, man, I got to move on Friday, so I'm taking that day off. And
right.
I don't got much time left, man, but I don't even know how much longer I'm going to be working there if this project works out.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Big dream. But yeah, man, don't quit your job until we got a few thousand in the bank. Yeah.
Well, it's looking like 22,000 in 3 months, man. That's what I'm making a year. You know what I mean?
Hey, run that by me again.
Yo. You gotta relax. You gotta relax.
Because apparently I'm in the wrong business.
You gotta relax.
So who's this?
Well,
you're out here wilding with the man.
the numbers on your side would be a lot higher than mine, man.
I know, I get
I'm
that.
talking about right now.
No, fuck that shit. Nothing's finalized yet. We can't really speak on anything. But hopefully, if everything works out, you know, it'll take us to a different level, in maritime hip hop. Not as just a podcast, but a culture in general.
What's your guys' view on Yellow Wolf's diss?
With the Yellow Wolf diss.
I
Yeah.
didn't even know there was a yellow.
Who did the Yellow Wolf diss?
Yellow Wolf dissed like Post Malone and a bunch of people, man.
Oh.
Okay. Yes, I did hear about that. I didn't hear the track, but
Like he dissed Post Malone, MGK, and G-Eazy.
See, I'm a G-Eazy supporter.
yeah, Jeez, he's kind of cool. Like,
I'm G-Eazy's probably one of my top favorite rappers right now, so I can't.
he's cool, man. He's cool.
Especially, you know, I
Yellow
just released the Tumblr Girls remix, right? I can't speak on the verse itself. I haven't heard it.
But yo, what did you think, bro?
It's crazy, man, but what I'm expecting that Post Malone came back on a Instagram thing, man, where Yellow Wolf was like give him all this praise and shit, man. So it made Yellow Wolf look like a punk without even making a track. You know what I mean?
Okay, so he basically used the hate that Yellow Wolf had for him against him, and like hit him with positivity, basically.
Well, no, he's like, you're saying that I'm not this and I'm not that, but here I have an Instagram post saying you love my shit. You know what I mean?
It's always bad when you got, you know, a beef with someone and then like they find a fucking post that you made 3 years ago about actually liking the dude. It doesn't really bode well for you.
Yeah.
You know, in that conversation. But you know,
What's up, Charlie?
I fuck with Yellow Wolf a lot. I think he's dope. I think he's for the culture. I think, but I also fuck with G-Eazy. The other dudes you're talking about, I don't really fuck with them.
No, I can't stand Malone whatsoever.
Nah, fuck Post Malone,
and
man.
I'm not an MGK fan.
Yo, MGK, at least he raps. You know what I mean? Post Malone is a fucking symptom of rap. With this fucking singing all over rap tracks and still being able to call it rap, like that's a thing. You know, I'm not a fan of that myself. But you know, that's just my opinion. Other people might be into the vibes, you know, the melody's cool and shit. Like I do gotta say they got good melodies. I just wish they would call it R&B or something like that, you know. But yeah, man. Post Malone, fuck y'all. You know what I mean? He looks like he smells.
I don't know. I don't mind Post Malone. He's alright.
I'm not. Yeah, I have to agree with MDB on that. What Post Malone does, it's not rap. It's
singing.
I mean, that's like saying T-Pain's a rapper. He's not a rapper.
That's my thing, right? T-Pain made it okay for singers to call themselves rappers. And T-Pain made it okay for singers who can't sing to sing.
Yeah. I mean, look at Drake.
Yeah.
There's a whole industry of fucking singers that can't sing now. You know what I mean? They got the auto-tune filters, so shit's sounding crispy, but really they couldn't hit that note in actual reality. You know what I'm saying? So when you go to the shows and they're lip syncing over their tracks because they can't hit the notes, you realize what happened, and you know it's the fakery.
Oh, you got a message.
But yeah, man, just
That's Bowen.
what's the vibe?
Okay, I'm Simon. I'm going off, dude.
Is Bowen in there?
I'm looking. Tudo. What's up? Jay Dedick in the house.
Yeah.
Ghost is in the house. Gogan is in the house.
Yo, what up?
Dash the Diamond in the house.
Hey.
Charlie Votor.
It's lit.
Bowen, where'd you go?
Where are you going, Bowen?
You paid for the illusion.
Yeah, you do, man. You pay for the illusion.
Bowen, yo. Bowen, yes. We are still
Awesome.
popping.
We are still in this motherfucker. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen.
Bowen, you're going to have to go on a cell phone or something like that so we can bring you in. If you're not on a cell phone, unfortunately, we can't bring you in.
Bowen VOK. From Nova Scotia, we're gonna chop it up. With him. When he gets on the live, we're gonna really break him down and see what made him tick and what what inspires him and stuff. He's a good dude. He's got a lot of really dope music. He's a different style than myself. He's an innovator in the maritime trap scene. And he's really big behind the scenes at events and all kinds of amazing stuff that we're gonna talk about. So yeah, man, shout to him. And like you say, you've been grinding on the mixtape. You got the Tumblr Girls joint out.
Yes. Check out SoundCloud.com/Echo Advocate Official. I put my link on the page already, so if you guys want to take a look at that, leave some feedback.
Oh shit, he's on his social media game right now, folks.
Yo, what's a trap rapper's favorite vegetable?
What?
I'm trying to get into the live.
I actually don't even want to put Bowen in that box. I mean, I want him to explain it, but to me, I feel like he's innovating.
Turn up.
Yeah. Oh, turn up. Who has that joke?
That was Trip.
Oh, that's a fire fucking joke. Show my guy Trip, man. You know we at the shows turning up like root vegetable. You can catch my man Trip opening up for Proud of West tomorrow night.
Send the invite.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a wild show tomorrow night, so pull up to 800 Main Street.
Where is Bowen?
Bowen,
I can't send you the invite, brother.
why?
I don't know, because it's not showing that he's there.
But
It's showing that he's there. I see him.
come on, yo.
There it is.
Yo, social
Bring
media
Bowen
shit.
on camera.
Awesome. We're about to get it lit.
Gotcha, Bowen.
Hey, fellas, what's poppin'? Got a little bit of feedback right now. I can't hear that fucking
Bowen, you can't hear it.
Yeah, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Hey, what's up? y'all hear me? Try kicking me out of the live and then invite me back in. Maybe it'll work.
You should probably. I think that's what it was.
Hey, what's up? One sec. Let me Hey, yo, can y'all hear me?
Man.
Hey, what's up?
Okay, cool. You sound way better now.
Yeah, you guys, I can hear you guys. What's up? Thanks for having me. How y'all doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you for joining us on the Maritime HIP-HOP podcast this week. I want to get a little background on you before the rap. So tell us a little bit about you.
Okay. So, originally, bro, I was into like the heavy metal music. I was actually like a deathcore drummer. And I played a little rhythm guitar for my band, A Fatal Fascination. And we played a lot of shows and stuff like that in Nova Scotia. And one day, man, I ended up selling my drum set. I don't know why. I just sold it. I wanted party money. And that same night, I made my first rap track. And yeah, I started rapping ever since, man. Started doing hip-hop. I've always liked hip-hop, listening to it. But I started doing hip-hop after I sold my drum set. Got out of the heavy metal shit and started doing my own thing with the hip-hop. So, yeah.
And what is early Bowen sound like?
Early Bowen, you know what? You know what the truth is? My first rap name and my first rap alias was actually Be Random. And I put out my first track with my homeboy Image from out here in the Valley. He used to be heavy influencer with hip-hop around the Valley and the rural Nova Scotia. But yeah, my first rap name was Be Random, and early Bowen was like, I can't lie, bro. I listen to my old stuff, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I get weak. But it was all a stepping stone, you know? You got to start somewheres, man. And going back and listening to myself progress, it's pretty cool, and I'm happy with where I'm at right now and all the networking I've done over the years. So, yeah.
Everyone hates listening to their old stuff, man. It's just something when you progress to a certain point, you just can't look back, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Bowen, so who you were a deathcore drummer before, turned hip hop artist now. So right now, how long have you been in the hip hop scene for?
Professionally and like touring and performing, a good solid probably 7 years now, really at it and trying to book shows. And that's from the very beginning when I made my first track and wanted to go perform it, wanted to make a CD, wanted other people to hear my shit, you know what I mean? So probably, yeah, 5 to 7 years, heavy in the game, really pushing myself for sure.
Okay.
What's some of your influences that like made you decide that, you know, like this is where I want to be instead of the drumming thing?
Absolutely, man. Honestly, like Alexis on Fire, the band, I really looked up to those guys in my heavy metal sort of days, you know, in those heavy hardcore, post-hardcore sort of music. And watching that band, because I saw them here in the Annapolis Valley before they were famous in Colebrook. And I've been watching them grow, like famous and more famous each year. And my biggest influence was definitely Alexis on Fire, just watching them grow as a Canadian artist, as a Canadian group. And I just wanted to do the same thing and you know, really get into it like that with my hip-hop. Same sort of thing.
That's what's up, man. So talk about the hip-hop scene in the Valley when you first started and what it's like now.
Yeah, so when I first started, in the Annapolis Valley, you would have the occasional show. One of the boys from Halley would come down, like Quake, Pat Stay, Classify would come down, DJ IV, like those sort of dudes. So shout out all those guys. But we really had to make our own scene down here in the Valley. There really wasn't a scene. So we had to start learning how to book venues and how to advertise a show to a bar owner. Like a bunch of young punks are like, yeah, we want to throw a show at your bar. And they're like, well, what do you know about that? You know, we had to learn that and like tell them and really give them a proper business pitch. We really had to pave the way and make our own studios from scratch and everything like that here in the Valley. Nowadays, there's a lot of hungry artists in Nova Scotia and rural Nova Scotia trying to get themselves on. And I support all those young guys because, like I said, you got to start from scratch. You got to start from nothing sometimes. And if there's opportunities I can give to young guys that are up and coming, then absolutely want to help those guys out, you know?
Absolutely, man. That from the ground up attitude, is that why you started doing things behind the scenes as well?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, promoting and bringing other artists down. And when you're in the music industry, though, and I learned this in music business at NSCC Waterfront, you got to wear all kinds of different hats. You got to be the promoter, the artist, the printer. You got to be the ticket maker. You got to do everything, right? And the more hats that you're able to wear and the more networking opportunities you get, whether it be, you know, working stage management at ECMAs or whatever hands-on volunteer work you can get is beneficial to any artist. You get your hands in and get behind the scenes, like you said, and really get into it.
I feel the same way about it, and like I got a lot of opportunities just from helping set up shows and things of that nature. Hey,
Yeah.
You know, people think, you know, if you're a rapper, you should just concentrate on rapping and making the best product, and that's true to an extent. But you kind of have to be a master of all trades in the sense that no one's really gonna do it for you.
No, you're right, man. I mean, a lot of artists that I find, especially young guys, I don't know if it's a millennial thing or whatever, but some of these younger guys, they just think they should be getting paid for shows. They never did one before in their life. They think that they should be able to sell their CD for $20, like all this stuff, you know what I mean? You got to be humble. That's another big part of being an up-and-coming artist at many times. You have to be humble. You have to be willing to give your stuff away for free. No one's going to pay you if they don't know who you are. It's sad, but it's true, you know?
Yep.
I made my first CD probably 2 years into rapping, and it was called On Top and Reckless. Me and my producer, DJ Hornell at the time, he was like, I can make you 400 copies of a CD for $1,000. And so I put $1,000 up, bro, and I was broke. That was all my money. And we started hustling those CDs, man, $10 a piece. And people were like, I don't know who you are. So I had to sell myself and be like, look, I'm an up-and-coming rapper. Look at my CD, hardcover, you know, graphics on the disc. We went all out on it. And, you know, you just got to learn to sell yourself. Be humble, like I said. Be willing to give some of those away for free to the DJs who are playing in the clubs and different things like that, so you can get your music out there so people will hear your music.
So true, man. Connecting with the DJs is really important, and I feel like that's how you get yourself. You know, the DJs are always on the good shows, and if you'll have the connects and shit, which is also lit. I've been having a lot of discussions about how rapper.
Sorry, could you say that again, brother?
Oh, sorry. I've been having a lot of discussions about how to value yourself as a rapper and the art form that you do. How do you think the best valuation of that is, like, for charging people and, like, you know, going about your business?
Yeah, that's a great question, and certainly a good discussion to have with artists, I think. A way to sort of evaluate yourself, if I'm understanding the question correctly, is really how do you feel about yourself? You need to value yourself at a high value. Even if times are rough and it doesn't seem like that, you know, if you're not selling much music or you don't have many shows on the go, or maybe you're not on tour this year or not playing the event you wanted to, you still have to value yourself really high and maybe still go to the event and still network with people. And I think value really comes from community. What your community thinks about you as an artist, that's your value. Now, I'm not talking about beef and like trash talking that these young guys do, but you know, one who is valued in the hip hop scene like yourself, bro. I've seen you out at shows when I'm in tour in New Brunswick and shit like that, all over the place. So you're out there hustling too, and that's how I value you. I value you as a great dude who networks, who's got a great sense of community and wants to help people out. I think that's how people should be valued in the hip hop industry today. You know, what their worth is what they're given to the game, or what they're contributing to the game in the hip hop community. That's what someone's value is to me. Not so much like, oh, they have a top song out right now, or they got the top video right now. It's really what they bring to the table as a whole, I think.
Yeah, man. And you know, like I spend like in my mind, I'm just trying to be humble with it, but like I feel like that I got to be more aggressive with my evaluations, and you know, out here try to get the bread a little more than I do. So thanks for those words, much respect. So you put out your first CD 2 years in, and you're hustling. Um, where did you come up with the name Bowen?
That's a good question. So the name Bowen, it's funny. So the town that I was born in and sort of grew up around, Middleton, people would often get their nickname from just taking the first letter of their first name and then their full last name. So my full name is Brandon Owen, and people call me Bowen just off of that simple nickname formula in the town we kind of grew up in. I had a buddy named Spencer Aldred. His motherfucking name was Spaldred. You know what I mean? So they called me Bowen, and it just kind of stuck. People liked it, so I just kind of kept it.
Yeah, man. I always tell people that your nicknames can't really be decided by you; they have to be given, kind of thing. And
Definitely.
but yeah, man. The show.
Sorry, could you say that again, brother?
Yeah. There weren't many shows where you're from it back then at that time, right?
No, definitely not. We would even do like outdoor shows and rent a generator and stuff just so we could play music somewhere, you know.
That's what's up, man. I really think that the Maritimes, because of all the hardships that they have in booking acts and having big shows, I feel like we work a little harder to do our own cottage industry and, like, you know, set up our own shows and stuff. And I really respect that about you. I never saw so many people come to the valley until you guys started doing shows. You know, a lot of people that I never imagined would come to the middle of Nova Scotia pulled up.
Yeah, we had some pretty cool acts in the past few years, like having DJ Yella from NWA in Greenwood, Nova Scotia, in New Minas. Like that was crazy, bro. And what was even cooler was the movie had just come out too. The NWA movie had just dropped, and we had fucking DJ Yella in the Maritime. So that was crazy, yeah. And I think people really appreciated it too. Like, we definitely lost money on that tour because someone at his stature is like, he's pretty pricey. He was still reasonable, but still pretty pricey. And we thought we'd sell out every show because of the movie and everything like that. We didn't, but everyone who did come out to the shows and showed out the Chrome Lounge in Fredericton, that show was fucking packed, actually, for DJ Yella. But yeah, we lost some money, but everyone who showed up really appreciated having a fucking legend like DJ Yella, who had, you know, major playmaker with NWA at the time, and certainly an influencer with their music, you know, so it was cool. And then having Jackass, the comedy group, come through, that was pretty fucking cool too, man.
I can't believe we man the Maritimes, yo.
Yeah, Wee Man. He was pretty funny, actually, in the hotels. Like, I figured he'd be the biggest troublemaker, but he was, like, so low-key. Wanted to go to bed right after the show. Didn't want no trouble. People wanted to come up and meet him. He's like, nah, I'm tired, man. Just want to go to bed.
For sure. What was the wildest thing on that Jackass tour that happened?
Oh, fuck, man. Where to begin? So the very last night, I believe it was in Fredericton.
Yeah.
We all went to the hotel, and one thing that the boys did after every single show was they'd buy like 10 boxes of fireworks from the closest Needs or Green Gables, whatever.
Yeah.
So they bought a fuckload of fireworks this one night. And Dave England had this motorized skateboard thing. It was kind of like a Segway, but a skateboard, electric. And he started riding around the hotel parking lot, firing off Roman candles at the security fucking guards, man. So they're like, we're calling the cops, oh, blah, blah, blah. This was the very last show of the tour. We weren't responsible for them after this point in time. So me and my camp, Buddha, and my brother, we just dipped. We just left Fredericton because the cops were coming in. These guys were shooting fireworks at people. It was a whole mess, man. I posted some shit on my Instagram if you scroll deep enough.
Hilarious, man. Yeah, man, people don't really know the adventures that people go through behind the scenes at actual shows and stuff. Like, I wish I could do a whole series talking about what happened. So it's like,
Oh yeah, they should make a reality TV show about that. You guys should make a reality TV show about that.
fact,
Yeah, we'd never be able to perform ever again.
yeah.
Yeah, you guys would be banned, yo.
No, you're not coming here. Damn it! Didn't even finish my name.
Yeah.
You're doing your thing in Nova Scotia, bringing people in, and then you moved all the way up to Ottawa.
Yeah. Ottawa was pretty crazy, bro. It was definitely a roller coaster.
Like like it must have been like a culture shock from being in, middle of Nova Scotia to being in Ottawa.
Definitely, most definitely. I had previously lived in Toronto for a little bit, and I'd visited places like Vancouver and New York and Texas, Austin, Texas. So I was sort of used to the big city vibe, but Ottawa was very cool to live in. And I'd lived there for about a year and a half. And like you said, it's totally different culturally than here in Nova Scotia. It's a little more broad-minded. There's a lot more culture there, music-wise, food-wise, everything like that. Like, there's just a lot going on in Ottawa. And even right now, I still miss that city, bro. I want to go back soon.
Yeah, for sure. You were up there making waves.
We were trying.
For sure, man. You put out a lot of good music while you were up there, and you got an award while you were up there.
Yeah, man. I don't know how we pulled it off. It was based on a voting system, and so I asked for a lot of help from my fans and family out east. And man, we pulled it off, bro. We won the Artist of the Year, Faces Magazine 2018. And there hasn't been a hip hop artist to win it since. So it was like a singer this year. So technically, I'm still saying I'm the best. 2019 still in Ottawa right now. You can call it cocky, but that's how us Scotians are. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
So would you consider that award your crown achievement for hip hop so far?
Absolutely, man. That between that award and being able to play festivals like Evolve and things like that, definitely. But the award was the most tangible thing that I've ever done as an artist to say, wow, I moved to Ottawa. I've only been here for 6 months, so not even a full year. And me and my fans and my friends and family were able to pull off Artist of the Year. So yeah, it was amazing, man. It was probably the best feeling, tangibly as an artist to have. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, to win an award, no matter what kind of award it is, it's definitely it's got to definitely mean something more than just I'm here. You actually have proof to say, like, listen, I'm actually here doing my thing.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, and it was definitely a really good bargaining chip. Well, networking with other Ottawa artists and people from Gatineau area, because I tell them I just moved here from Nova Scotia, and they're like, oh yeah, some fucking country kid, and I'm like, oh, and I just won Artist of the Year, so they'd be like, oh, okay, bro, we can work. I got a video guy, I got a studio. I'm like, all right, cool, let's hit it up.
What would be every artist has got one. What would be your lowest like what would be the worst feeling that you've had in music so far? Like, is there anything that made you be like, am I doing this? Why am I still doing this?
Yeah, well, I've never really had that feeling of, like, why am I still doing this? Because, like anything in life, it's hard, bro. Anything you're doing, life itself is hard.
Yeah.
So I always expect bad times. Really, those bad times for me is when I'm not doing shows. I feel like I'm not progressing more when people aren't offering me shows or I'm not booking shows myself. And I'm sitting
Yeah.
in that dormant state and I'm not making music. I'm not writing music. I'm not performing shows. Those are the times where I'm like, shit, bro, like, what's going on? Like, what am I doing? Am I pushing hard enough? Should I be working harder? Definitely I have those times, but not a certain incident that really made me feel that way as of yet. It could still come. Knock on wood, it doesn't, but you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, no, we don't. That's a feeling that you don't definitely want to have.
Yeah.
Really, it, to have a pivotal moment like that to doubt yourself. It really throws your entire game off, and it gives you a different perspective of music. So it's very hard. Once you lose that perspective, it's very hard to get it back. So
Well, to get back into that, I did have one sort of hiccup, I guess. I started trying. I didn't really try, but I had been challenged to a rap battle a couple of years ago with Sewer Rat at the time, but Pete Adams. He was part of the Real East crew, and so we battled one time, and I beat him in the battle. But I don't know if I beat him because of my bars were hot or because I was like 50 deep in the club and the judges were scared of my gang. I don't know if that's why I won it. So then we had a second battle, and Pete fucking smoked me. Like, he destroyed me in that battle. I was drunk and I couldn't remember bars, and like, it was bad. So like, that was a moment where I was like, fuck, man, I should have been more prepared for the battle. I definitely shouldn't have drank and tried to battle. And it really made me have a lot more respect for rap battlers because that's not an easy fucking thing to do. Get up there and battle some other guy. It's fun because I like burning people, like friends and shit. But yeah, it's that was one of those moments where I was like, oh, maybe I'm not a battle fucking rapper. You know what I mean?
we have a question here for you. What other festivals did you play?
So Evolve Festival. I've played that twice, and I actually just got booked on for this year as well. Haven't released that yet, but I guess we'll do that right here. So my fiance and I, Miss Guerrero, will be performing at Evolve HIP-HOP Showcase 2019, the 20th anniversary. So you heard it first here. Aside from Evolve, Future Forest, played that festival. Ya Fest here in the Annapolis Valley, which is going to be huge this year. It's a mini Evolve, mini Future Forest, so it's really cool. And then, also, I think we got booked on Peace East Festival for this year as well. So that's a new one for me. So really just Evolve, Future Forest, and Ya Fest. Those are the three festivals I performed at. And Peace East I'm adding to my roster this year.
Bro, you're gonna love Peace East.
I heard.
With Smoker,
Yes, man.
and you're pretty deeply entrenched in cannabis culture right now, I would say.
Absolutely, man. Definitely. I just beat my case, actually. Showed up my lawyer, Jack Lloyd, bro. He's the best marijuana lawyer in the game. I got off with no charges, no criminal record. He really saved my ass, bro.
Okay, so what you were involved in was pretty historic for the time.
It was, man. I didn't even realize that until I started thinking about it. I'm like, fuck, weed's almost legal now, and they're locking me up for it.
Yeah, man, you were one of the last revolutionaries when it came to that stuff because you had a pretty big story and like the incident that happened culture as it relates to the revolution of it that we have today. So, and really
Sorry, just 1 second. I just gotta move my dog's being loud.
and you arrested for at a cannabis store?
Yeah, October 3rd, 2017. I got arrested. Me and four other co-accused, my coworkers. We got charged. We got charged with all kinds of different things. We got charged with trafficking, possession with like 3 counts of possession for like shatter, weed, and oils. I guess they treat them differently. I got charged with $50,000 for the proceeds of crime and a bunch of other whack ass charges that shouldn't have even pertained to me in the first place.
So they thought you owned the store?
Basically, everyone they arrested, they accused of like organized crime against the queen. So like they were trying to get us with like all kinds of stupid charges.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. They were, but
They
none of
they
them
arrested
stuck.
they arrested me up. They arrested me. They locked me up in Ottawa downtown jail for probably 9-10 hours. When I was released, the whole company of employees, we have like a secret meeting spot if that ever happens. So I went to the secret meeting spot after I got out of jail, and everybody was there with lunch and beers and everything, you know, to help everyone who just got out of the pen for the day. And but yeah, none of the charges stuck, man. Like I said, showed out my lawyer, Jack Boyd. He's literally the best cannabis lawyer in Canada. He got us all off with no charges, no criminal record. You know what I mean? Thank God for that guy.
That would have been a scene, bro. Like, you were just like a cashier there.
Yeah, I was a bud tender.
Exactly. You were just, doing your job.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to help people in the community get safe cannabis because in Ottawa, people lace their shit with fentanyl and all kinds of stuff like that. So you can rely on these stores to have clean, safe cannabis, you know?
Right. And you saw a lot of amazing stories while working there with patients.
Absolutely, yeah. Like I'd met a couple um, really cool people who you know legitimately needed cannabis daily to function. I remember telling a story at Parliament Hill when I spoke there um, about this guy with Parkinson's disease, and he was shaking so much, right, until he got his weed, and when he finally got his weed, he was so chill, bro, not shaking. He could speak easier, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go grocery shopping now because I can actually do it." So it was really cool to realize that we were actually helping people like that, and that really made me want to stay at the position as a bud tender because I love people. I love meeting people and helping people. So it was an awesome job. And of course, as a hip hop artist and you work at the dispensary, bro, you meet everybody in the city. You meet all the other rappers. You meet everybody, and they remember your face. So they're like, "Oh, you rap? Cool. I remember seeing you at the fucking dispensary." It's like, yeah, bro.
Exactly. No, that's great. Yeah, man. Having like weed lounges and stuff like um up there, and it's like a whole different vibe than like an actual bar. At a bar, like you get drunk, you might get into a fight, things might happen. But at a cannabis bar, like everyone's so friendly.
Oh
The
yeah.
worst they might offer you coke, like you know what I mean. Like, it's great.
Yeah, I just played a show on Friday night at the High Life Social Club in Halifax. And that was at a smoke lounge. And it was my first time performing at a place like that. There was like free edibles and like free weed and just 100 joints. It was pretty cool, like being in a place where I could just smoke and perform at the same fucking time. And there's no alcohol allowed at this venue. And it was like the coolest fucking show, bro, that I've ever done because no one was shit faced, no one was causing problems, no one was trying to sell me cocaine, right? They were just giving me weed. It was sick, bro. So they should have a lot more of those, especially now that weed's legal. They should have those all over the fucking place, bro, because not everyone likes to get wasted, bro. I'd rather go to a smoke bar than go get drunk any fucking day, bro, of the week. Any day.
100% agree. Um, the vibe is so much different, man.
Mm.
More, um, it's more the same. Um, everyone's calm and chill. It's it's almost unnerving at first because I played a smoke lounge here in Moncton a few years ago, and like I didn't really, I wasn't used to people being that quiet and that attentive.
Yeah, it's trippy, right? It's weird.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And you know, I smoked a little too much weed at that show, and it was rough. But you know, I learned my lesson after that. To not smoke during shows until
Yeah.
I'm done.
No, I felt the same way. I felt like I got way, way too high at this show on Friday night.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It throws you off mentally because like you know, like you're trying to remember the words, and it's like you know a teleprompter in your mind. So I feel like
Exactly.
it goes a little slower when you're high.
Yeah, it was weird, man. The same exact thing. What you're describing right now was the same thing. So the first song that I did was "I Just Want to Get High." It's an old song of mine, but you know it's obviously perfect for a smoke show. And I remember the beat came on, and I was like jamming the song in my head, but I wasn't saying it. I was just looking at everybody. I was so high, and I was just like, damn. But it was fun, man. It was awesome.
Oh yeah.
So what's next for Bowen?
Just keep hitting these shows up, man. Really, got a lot of shows for this year booked so far. Really hoping to get out to Ottawa again in the summertime and do some more shows and some more work out there. I met a lot of cool guys out there who I plan on bringing back to Nova Scotia too, because they don't have a plug out here, and now I'm their plug, and I want to bring new music down here and hopefully do like an artist. You know how high school they do like exchange program. We're gonna do the same shit with hip hop, bro. You know what I mean? Artist exchange program, bro. So they bring out a team of artists and we throw a show with a couple locals and then vice versa. We throw a show in Ottawa, bring out the boys from Scotia, New Brunswick, and have a time, you know?
Let's go, man. Hit me up.
Oh hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, bro. I want everyone to come out to Ottawa and check out the scene and shit. Get involved.
Yeah, man. I was watching your live stream one time, and you had a heroic situation take place. Y'all had like a crazy tornado blow through.
Yeah, bro, that was so fucked up, bro. We had a tornado come and take our apartment out, bro. That shit was fucked. Like, that's why Ottawa was so fucked. I got arrested. I won an award. Tornado. Like, it was just up and down, you know?
It was lit. And you wound up jumping out of your apartment and helping someone else.
Yeah, so when we got off work or whatever, we went to, like, the next block because our block was blocked off. And yeah, so we heard people screaming in a building. And me and my fiance, like, kind of ran up and we heard, like, help, help. And I was like, fuck, man. So some guy, like, jumped up on the deck to go in, and I was like, oh, I'm going too. You know, I think anyone really would do it at the end of the day, because when that shit happens, all I wanted to do was help other humans. And my fiance was the same way. She was scared to death. That's like her worst fear is weather and tornadoes and shit like that. But all she wanted to do was help people. She was like, oh, let's go help these people, help these people. So, I mean, like I said, I think anybody would have jumped in the building if they heard another man screaming. It turned out the guy was okay, actually, who was in the building. He was okay. He was just lost. He had just woken up. He didn't even know the tornado fucking happened. And he just woke up and his apartment building was, like, crushed in. And he's like, I need help getting out of here. I was like, all right, this way, bro. We went out the back and there was power lines down. And it was really scary, man. I'm not going to lie and be like, oh, I wasn't scared. I was scared. It was fucked up.
Of course, man. Anyone would be. But I feel like the impulse to help another human being in that type of fucking situation is some real shit, man. And like, yeah, most people should, you know, want to do that, but it takes a special person to actually fucking jump into that building and do that. So
Well, I appreciate that, man, but I'm certainly not a hero. But listen, I do remember like 2 cops in that video, and they were just kind of standing around, bro. And so many people commented that. They're like, why aren't these people who are paid to protect, like, going to protect? Like, what the fuck?
exactly.
So shout out the Gatineau and Hall Police Department for doing a really good job during the tornado.
Wow, man, definitely. That's some wild shit to go through in like a short period of time.
It was definitely wild, man. Ottawa was amazing to say the least.
No doubt. So where can the people find your music right now?
Right now, bro, hit me up on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/BowenVOK. I'm going to be putting some more stuff on DatPiff and Spotify. I don't really have a Spotify yet, but I'm working with my management team to really get on every single platform possible. I really like to utilize Facebook because I can track the analytics really closely on Facebook. And so I release music videos on there. You know what I mean? A lot of the times, new music on Facebook. So you can check me out on Facebook here as well. And if you Google me, you can find most of the videos I've put out, Bowen VOK on YouTube or Google.
Oh, and we have another question here for you.
Absolutely.
This one hits close to home. What do you think New Brunswick can do to help improve the hip hop scene?
Improve the hip hop scene. Need to see a little more community, and this isn't just New Brunswick. This is Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, PEI. All of us maritime provinces need to start working together. Put the heads together. You all have a similar mindset. We all want the same thing. We want to push our music and help each other out. So just start helping each other out, man. Start liking your competition's videos. Give them a like. Even if you don't like the song, man, like it. Share the younger guys, the up-and-comer rappers that are up-and-coming. Every town has them. Even though they sound like shit a lot of the times, man, like their stuff. Maybe give them a compliment and some criticism, constructive criticism, so that they can do better, so that the hip-hop scene can do better. And these kids are going to want to come see you and stuff, you know? I think it really just community. Everyone's just got to start working together more, man, and helping each other out. There's, let's say Fredericton, for example, or Moncton. I know rappers from both cities. There's a good amount of rappers from both cities, like decent amount of rappers from both of those cities. And I think if all y'all work together as a New Brunswick standpoint, y'all could be bringing big artists down and opening up for them and stuff like that. Same with here. Like I'm saying, it's nothing to do with New Brunswick. Maritimes as a whole. Everyone just needs to start working together more, I think.
No, I agree. And like you said, you know, the show booking and stuff, that's big too, man, because we all want these opportunities, but we're relying on promoters for the most part.
Yeah, exactly. And if you have a bunch of people working together, man, chances are you could pool enough to pull a nice little artist down, or just make a show for yourselves, you know?
Exactly. You're mainly in the fashion world too, though. Like you're all over the place, but you got the fashion on lock, right?
I have been messing around with a couple companies for sure, a couple sponsors. 613 Streetwear is actually my homeboy Duppy's clothing store. And yeah, shout out to Duppy. And he actually has his own brand called Bricks and Birds. So I'm definitely repping that for sure. And anything that 613 Streetwear has, they got a lot of Supreme gear, Glow Gang stuff that they've been sponsoring me with to give away. So stay tuned on my page too, because we're giving a lot of stuff away. Nice gear.
That's what I'm talking about, man. You've always been on the forefront of a lot of things that, you know, have happened in evolution in hip hop and stuff. So respect, man. What's the inspiration for your vibe?
Say that again, sorry?
What's the inspiration for your vibe? Like the sound of your music is like
I like to before I moved away to Ottawa, I spent a lot of time at the ocean. I think a lot of us East Coasters do that. And I like to smoke at the ocean, man. It's just a smooth thing to do. Inspiration-wise, definitely nature, Mother Nature, and family. Like when I say family, I mean my brothers, the dudes in my gang, like all my guys. Those are my inspiration, man. My people and Mother Nature, definitely.
that's what's up, man. And I feel like that's what makes you unique and stuff. But yeah, you've always been ahead of the trends. And like, you know, always bringing more and more culture to the Maritimes and like much respect on that shit. Yeah, man. So everyone go check out Bowen and fuck with Bowen. And you know, we want to get a lot more artists on the podcast like Bowen to tell their story. Because you had a fucking dope story.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. It was a pleasure being here and being able to tell all these stories all in sort of one continuous line. It's nice because a lot has happened in the past year, and certainly a lot to talk about. I was happy to do it with you two guys for sure.
Yeah, man. Much respect, bro. We're gonna end the live right now.
Cool.
But thank you for fucking with us, and we fuck with you the long way.
Hell yeah, man. And I fuck with you guys too, bro, and what you're doing with the channel. Keep doing that, bro. Don't stop doing that. I think it's important for people like you guys to keep doing what you're doing. You guys are contributing to the community like I was talking about earlier. So keep doing that shit. Big ups and salute to both of you guys. And everyone who's watching, make sure you share this for the boys, man. Go check out their page and share this live video. Let's get it around, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what the fuck it is. Maritime Hip-Hop Podcast, episode number 3. Bowen, Echo Atkins. You know what the fuck it is.
Yeah, gang. Thanks, boys.